Hi, my name is Cora and I am submitting this video for the Rachel and Guy's Kids Cook-Off. And my favorite thing to do in my free time is cook, and I always have enjoyed this, and I always watched the Food Network even when I was little, and I still watch it actually on right now. And over the years I've been kind of getting better at it, and now I cook a majority amount of the meals for my family, and I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoy this chicken marsala recipe that I made for you, and thank you. I'm going to need 5 halved chicken breasts, or 10 thinly sliced chicken breasts. And then you're going to need some salt and pepper, about 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 eggs, about 2 tablespoons of milk, about 1 cup of flour, olive oil. You're going to need a dish to put your eggs in, and then for your utensils, you're going to need 2 pairs of tongs, just so you don't cross-contaminate with your raw and stuff. And you're going to need some teaspoons and a fork. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is add your 2 eggs into your dish. It's better to use a shallow dish so that you can fit everything, or fit your chicken slices in there rather. And I've just added the milk to it, and then you're just going to whisk it. You could use a whisk, but so now you're going to take some salt and pepper to add into your flour, just to kind of season everything. And then you're going to kind of stir it around. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything. And what you're going to do is just add your butter and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then you're just going to turn it on medium heat, so you can let that heat up while you're doing your chicken. So then you're going to dip your chicken in your flour. You want to make sure this is pretty well on there, because you want your flour to stick, and then you're just going to dredge it into the flour. And you're just going, I like to just use my hands to do this, but you could use a fork or something. And yeah. And then you're just going to place it onto a plate and just continue doing that. So then after you have floured all of your chicken, you're just going to lay it into your pan, and you're going to let it cook for about 4 minutes on each side. And yeah. So it of course depends on your thickness and everything, but around 4 minutes on each side. So yeah. So our chicken has been cooking for a few minutes now, and we're gonna flip it. And as you can tell, it's golden brown. And if your pan is not hot enough, you want to make sure that your pan is hot enough, or else the flour will all fall off. So patience. So our chicken is done, and we're going to place it onto our cleaned dish that is lined with some paper towels. So your next step is prepping your mushrooms before you slice them. So you're going to need 1 package of mushrooms, a 10-ounce pack. And you're going to need a dishcloth, or you can use a paper towel, and just a plate to put your clean mushrooms on. So what you're going to do with clean hands, obviously, you're just going to dampen your paper towel. And you want to do this so your mushrooms don't steam, or else they will
absorb the water and steam. So yeah, and then you just kind of want to wash them off just like this, because mushrooms are very dirty. Is a shallot. You could use a small onion, but shallots taste better for this recipe. And you're gonna need a cutting board, a knife, and your cleaned mushrooms. So I'm first just gonna start to slice my mushrooms. I'm going to just slice off the end, and then I'm just going to slice down just like that. And just going to thinly slice them. Is to chop our shallot, and so I'm just going to cut most of the sides of the shallot off, and then I'm just going to like that and peel off the first layer, and it usually does separate like that. And then we'll do it. Move all of your waste to the side. And then we're just going to thinly slice it so that we can go back and chop it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gather all of these and a nice chop here. So for the next part, you're going to need 1.5 cups of your Marsala wine. You're going to need about 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of flour, and 2 tablespoons of warm water, your shallot, your mushrooms, and about 1/2 stick of butter, oil, and some salt and pepper. So yeah. What we're going to do is add a tablespoon of butter and some oil, and we're just going to let that heat up. Firstly, you're going to add your shallot all in, and we're just going to let these cook until they're translucent. That our shallots are almost done. They've been cooking for around 2 minutes. We're just going to add in our mushrooms and let those cook. You will see that they absorb most of the liquid, but that's okay. And you're probably going to let these cook for like 2 minutes. So, mushrooms had absorbed the butter and liquid that was in here. We're just going to add a little more so that nothing sticks and it will just saute nicer. So now that our mushrooms are all cooked, we're going to add our Marsala wine. And you're going to let this cook down for probably like 5 minutes. And then we will add all of our other ingredients. now that our masala has reduced down to about half, we're going to add our chicken broth. 3/4 of a cup, and I'm just going to add my butter for some flavor and season with salt or pepper and some salt, just a little bit of salt because masala can be. Then we're just going to mix it and let the butter melt, and then we're just going to let it reduce some more, and you just want all the alcohol from the wine to be totally reduced. So I'm going to make your slurry, and for that you're going to need your super hot water and flour, and you're just going to pour in your water, and you're going to mix as you do that, and this will thicken your mixture, and you just want everything to be nice and dissolved into each other. Then what you're going to do after you're done with that is you're going to add this little by little to thicken your mixture. And just stir so no lumps form or anything. So as you can tell, it pretty much thickens as soon as you add that, and it will turn a lighter brown, obviously. So yeah, then you're pretty much done. If you would like it to be thicker or thinner, you can add more chicken broth, or you can add more of your slurry. But as it sits here, it will get even thicker. So yeah, what I have done for my spaghetti is I've just filled this pot about 3/4 of the way full, almost full, and I'm just going to add some salt. I know adding salt to your water is very controversial, but I like to. So yeah, here is our masala. It's completely done. It is nice and thick, not too thin though. And I've turned my heat down to simmer, and we are just going to add our chicken in and kind of just get all the chicken covered with the masala. For this recipe, I love using linguine. Then what I'm going to do is just empty this entire pound of pasta and cook for about 10-ish minutes.